Hi, everyone. Adam Nelson here, principal at Hudsonville High School. Thank you for joining me for this webinar today about our organizational and management systems. We just want to make sure that everything is run smoothly, and this is our talk to you about those four main topics that we are going to be just kind of talking a little more in depth about how we make sure that we are aligning with our school's mission and vision. I think it's important to note that when our systems are run smoothly, when people, the process, and all of the purpose align, that is when our students thrive. And obviously, that's what our whole goal is to make sure that our students thrive. So the four topics that we're going to be talking about today are teacher and staff recruitment and retention. That's number one. Number two is just our school safety assessment and planning and how we can refine that year to year and make sure that we are on the right track. Our third one is the distribution of our funds. And our fourth is just mental health supports. So starting off with teacher retention. Teacher turnover is something that's prevalent everywhere in the state of Michigan, and Hudsonville is no exception. From just teachers retiring to just having a hard time keeping teachers to stay, that's a state of Michigan problem, and then we just want to address how we're going to do that. We're going to start off by understanding the importance, like keeping teachers just helps students learn. I know that from a personal experience for me, like as a fourth year teacher, I was a much better teacher than I was my first year. I'm the same guy, but I just had 4 more years of experience. It's very hard for a first year or second year teacher to come in and be the best teacher imaginable. Are they doing their best? Absolutely. Are they going to get better? For sure. But the more that we can get teachers to stay and grow and get better is going to be more well off for our students. So that's the goal. Some things that we can do to help teacher retention is just making sure that our people feel supported. Programs for new teachers that kind of help them meet with colleagues and talk with colleagues is something that we will be pushing, as well as pairing them with effective mentors that are very helpful. Another personal experience for me, my mentor teacher was somebody that I taught the same subject with. We had the same planning hour, and we were constantly talking about things that we needed to adjust or just whatever questions that I had. I think that is something that is very important when it comes to teacher retention. These are all factors that are supported by Leithwood and Seashore Lewis in 2021 on their research of effective school leaders. And so if you are very interested about other of those things and how they affect retention, go ahead and check them out. Our second thing is our school safety assessment and planning. For one, if somebody feels like they are safe and secure, whether they're in their job or in their just school learning, then we can have a lot more success. It is a non-negotiable responsibility for administrators to keep on checking every year and re-establishing what our safety norms are. Our emergency operations plan, it's a living document. What I mean by that is year to year, we will be changing. Year to year, there's different situations that happen across the country that have different protocols. Or maybe there's one protocol that was put into action and it really wasn't that successful. So we will be doing our research as the year goes on to make sure that our safety management plan is something that is in place, that is successful, that is well prepped. I know students kind of get a little bit annoyed every time that we are going to be doing safety drills, but it is something that is very, very important and necessary for their safety. We'll pair with the Hudsonville Police Department as well as Ottawa County Sheriff's Office and other local fire departments when we are doing our drills, just to make sure that we are as informed and they are informed that a drill is going on, and maybe they can give their input. I think that this is something that is very important. I don't think that safety is a one-time checklist. We don't do the drill. Hey, there you go, we're done. It's something that we need to practice every day. Maybe not the drills every day, but just being safe every day, making sure we're not propping doors and we are locating in our kids and who's coming in and out of the building. Those are all things that must be done daily. Our third one is our distribution of funds. This might not seem like as a directly thing that has to do with safety or retention, but it impacts everything that we do. So whatever funds we have, if we are throwing money in certain situations that don't go align with our school's mission and vision, then we're in a tough situation. We got to make sure that what we're doing is going towards our safety, our retention of students, making sure students are learning. All of the funds are those main goals. Our budgeting systems, they must reflect our mission and data. That's the key. Something that would be a good example would be like, hey, like let's say we have to keep on putting money towards like our heating for the winter. Well, then it's like, well, what's happening here? Are we just kind of nickel and diming something, or is there a situation where we can actually put forth some of our funds to fixing the need that keeps our students comfortable, but as well as maybe saving us money in the future instead of just doing a quick fix. So stuff like that is things that we will be looking at and making sure that we distribute it in a certain way. Our fourth one is just mental health needs, and this is for students just as well as it is for staff. The emotional well-being of students and staff, it directly affects our performance, our retention, the school's culture. If the kids aren't feeling well, the students aren't, or the teachers aren't feeling well, then the school won't be feeling well. So we just got to make sure that we have the funds and the means to ensure that our counselors, our social workers, psychologists, they all have manageable case loads, meaning they're able to work with students and really make sure that they're feeling heard rather than have too many kids and then just not being able to kind of bounce around. But also teachers may have to be able to feel like they're supported as well. So those are just four main pressing issues that we're going to be kind of focusing on, and it all has to do with intentional leadership from the administration. So we just want to be transparent with you guys about where we're really focusing on right now. I really appreciate you listening into this webinar, and please ask any questions as they come up. Thank you, and as always, fire up, go Eagles.